we had actually started kind of like the pre-interview talking about the messy middle for agencies to grow, and it's when you commoditize the services. And we have a lot of great commoditized services. You can buy it off the shelf. It can do this, but now we're having to become a general contractor and layer in these things, but also we're having to become the architect to say, well, this is not working. We have to modify that. We have to change that. That's creating a lot more high touch accounts, which is needed to maintain the client. But if you're selling a retainer, every time you touch that account, you go upside down, right?
Yeah.
Or your margin gets eaten up. And also, what we were talking about too is I was saying, hey, we're landing a lot of new business because we're doing a lot of AI stuff, and people need that. And I think there's a lot of lip service out there of what's happening. And because I mean, I just had a text conversation. I'm on an account with like another SEO company, and they're saying, hey, well, AI is the same thing as traditional. I haven't seen like anything, blah blah. I'm like, I don't have time to have that debate.
Yeah,
You know,
absolutely.
and I said, but the client's sitting there in the middle going, like, what do I do? I
Well,
need
to
more
them, it's like
education.
minutia, right? Because to your
Yeah,
point, like they're looking for outcomes. It's like, hey, all these things are great, but what does it mean to like the actual goals? Like, I have this Q1 goal, I have this Q2 goal, for next year. Like, how are we lining up to like meet this thing? And I think that the main challenge for like whether you're like a freelancer or an agency moving forward is you're going to need more of these strategic generalists,
yeah,
and their price right now isn't overly high, but their price is going to command a premium in the very near future because I think, Matt, like what you said kind of like hit it the nail on the head. It's like, well, the point is that these people need to talk to the client,
yeah,
and and the second that you have to make these people client facing, the amount their bandwidth to actually do the strategic work goes way down, because now they have to be like the primary communicators. And generally this is the type of person that you want to protect their time with, like an account management interface. And so you're going to get less work out of them in terms of like numbers of clients that they can affect
yep,
because of it, while the demand for these people is going to increase. And as an agency, like that's not a great position to be in, because that means you're going to have to acquire very expensive talent that everybody else wants, which is going to drive their price further. I think if you're a freelancer, it's a pretty big advantage if you already have the skill set. If you don't have the skill set, it is actually like a pretty big danger
yeah, yeah.
moving
No,
forward.
I mean, I think there's going to be a bifurcation, right? Because if you're a very narrow specialist, you know how to do one thing. But if you don't have the orchestration of like the rest of the team to do it, and then the level of communication, I'm just thinking about like small business clients, right? Like a small business client, they have kind of a threshold or a price point that they can afford, and they want to be able to buy that, and they want to be able to get the outcomes that they're getting. And I had a conversation actually yesterday with a client that was like going through the busy season. They're coming back. They're like, hey, we want to scale up. And I said, look, 58.5% of the traffic has left Google and it's not coming back. Like how people are searching is completely different. And she's like, so we have to do all this other stuff. And I said, well, no, but you're going to have to do more than you're doing now. And we're going to have to prioritize where we need to go. And yes, it's going to be more and it's going to be more expensive.